Hi, everybody. Welcome back and happy Thursday. Okay, guys, so this is the first and only live this week, and I'm so sorry. As you guys know, I went to the Berkshires with our good friend Lori and my husband. We had the best time. Dorinda made it nice. It was so good. But no, I'm not talking about the inner workings of what happened at Bluestone Manor. Actually, nothing crazy happened. I feel like people want this crazy story. Nothing crazy happened. Dorinda legitimately made it nice. I got to have some lasagna. It was a good time. We had a blast. And then we saw her the next morning and she had to take off for New York and we had to take off back for Charleston. But today I am flying out, going over to Salt Lake City. I can't share much about that, but once it comes out, I'll be able to kind of keep you guys informed as to what was going on and what was happening, a part of that, like in that process. But in the meantime, everybody is always asking me, and I really appreciate it. It's the nicest thing. Adam, what do you do for your skincare, especially with traveling? Guys, it is my simple solution. It is Blooming Face Pro 2.0. Now, normally this guy is about $300, but if you click on the link in the description, and also I'm going to pin it in the comment section, you get $150 off. It has different settings and it uses these little like vibrations, kind of emitting microcurrents to lift, illuminate, rejuvenate, and restore your skin. Take out the inflammation, which is exactly what I need, especially when I'm traveling. But with that, let's welcome Ashley from Taste of Reality. If you guys have not already, go ahead, smash that like button. Let's welcome Ashley. Hello.
Good morning, Adam and Adam's family. How are you? Good afternoon. I'll get it right one of these days.
Hi, good morning, afternoon.
Maybe I won't ever get it right.
That's okay. My God, it's so good to see you. This feels good.
I've missed you. I mean, I'm so happy you're living your best life, but yeah, I've missed your energy and mine.
I mean, thank you. Salt Lake City has been such a fun one to cover with you. And I was excited to cover this weekend because I thought that I was going to do a hot, messy topics. And then I thought I was also going to do a Roni with Kim. And I had to reschedule with Kim just because, guys, I am trying to get everything ready. My husband is out of town in Hilton Head. My mother-in-law is in town. And there are 5 million things to do. So I'm just trying to prioritize and like compartmentalize how to get this shit done the right way. You know?
That's what you got to do. Make a list. I love a list.
That's, you know, yesterday somebody said to me, Adam, take some time. And I said, oh, okay. Well, yesterday felt like I took some time off. They're like, well, what did you do? I said, I did 6 YouTube videos, 2 podcasts, 9 TikToks, and some social media. And they're like, that's not taking time.
Yeah, that's actual work. I know a lot of people don't think it is, but it takes time and energy, and therefore that's work. Even if you know what you do, it's work.
Yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to play a clip. I have not actually listened to this clip. You know what's funny is the day after we went, this is the only thing, Dorinda, I swear, this is the only thing I'll share. The day after Dorinda's party, we went to her house the next day and I got to meet her parents, which was so sweet. Her dad actually is in the same profession as my father. Same job, same company, same everything. I thought that was really cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, and she said, do you want some fried chicken for breakfast? And I said, yeah. I'll take fried chicken for breakfast. And she put it on the clip. So
was the fried chicken served cold?
No. Oh my God, she would never.
Is it crazy that I think fried chicken cold slaps? There's something weird about the fat. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but I wouldn't be mad.
I don't think because that's like one of those things, like some people prefer their pizza cold.
I'm not mad at that either. I ate cold pizza this morning, in fact.
Oh, see, there you go. You know, there's only a few things that I can't eat cold, but like, no, chicken and pizza, I can eat cold.
Yeah.
Val Porter, thank you. Adam is an Energizer bunny. No, it is the 6 shots of King Espresso and the fact that I am paying the mortgage for Starbucks that is keeping me going. So,
I'm legit buying you an espresso maker. They're like literally $30.
I have 2. I literally have 2, and then I have 1 that was really nice. Have you ever been to Williams-Sonoma?
Oh my God. It's like my dream to be able to shop there.
Okay, so we had our realtor who sold us our house in Florida. She gave us a gift card to Williams-Sonoma. It was
That's
so sweet of her.
nice.
No, so nice. And we bought this really expensive coffee machine, and we were in LA, and my mom calls me and she goes, God damn it, Adam. All I want is coffee, and I don't know how to work this fancy ass machine. I said, Mom, I don't know how to work it. I don't use it. It's there to look pretty. It's nice. It's stainless steel. We made it nice.
We
Like,
made it nice.
people don't actually use the coffee machine. And she's like, well, what am I supposed to do? And I said, I don't know. Be normal. Go to Starbucks. Like, I don't know what to tell you on how to use the coffee machine. And I said, YouTube it.
I'm going to be very crafty. I am going to craft you a very fancy Italian espresso machine, and I'm taking yours so yours actually gets some work. You'll have a beautiful display at your house for decoration, and I will treat your espresso machine with the respect it deserves.
No.
Like, I'll cut a bitch first.
I'm just kidding.
No artsy
right.
crafts coffee for you. It's like one of those little easy bake ovens. Like, can we please have an easy bake oven but an espresso maker?
I think that's what a Keurig is. I think I'm just missing the mark on it. It's okay.
I mean, easy bake ovens, are they functional?
I don't know. Honestly.
Am I on crack? Did I see a cooking show that was like using easy bake ovens on Netflix several months ago?
Probably. There's probably kids making tens of thousands of dollars using them on YouTube. So
amazing.
Guys, we're not mad at your hustle. Okay, so a lot of people have been asking me about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City because, as you guys know, there is a lot of drama going on with the phone call that is leading into other conversations. Well, there was something that was posted by Bravo Snarkside right before coming on here, and I have not listened to it. And I hope, honestly, it's the truth, just because I'm going to say if I don't agree with what's being said. But it's from one of our good friends, Dana Wilkie, Dishing Drama with Dana Wilkie, who is the one who put it out. So I'm going to play the clip for you guys while you guys go ahead and rate last night's episode. Let's go ahead and roll that tape.
Adam before he could get a hold of me to tell him what she wanted to hear on the show. And Adam rolled with it, I'm gathering, because nobody else released the Alibaba gossip except for me. And that's because the person picked me very intentionally that actually wanted to call out Whitney Rose's business. Now, I know today you are dying for me to tell you who I think this cast member is. Why do I say think? Well, because this cast member tried to use a Finsta account to do it, but they did it in a way that I know who it is. The plot thickens. This person was very angry behind the scenes at what Whitney Rose did on the show to them after they were so close. This person has ties to staff members that gossip and are known to gossip. And this cast member is the best researcher of gossip out of the whole cast. And that is saying something that I admire and respect them. And I know this firsthand. And this person is very strategic how they deliver information on the show and when to deliver information on the show. That usually helps with iconic scenes and storylines, and is the person that you would least likely expect to drop this tea. And if you can figure out who it is, then you just got the information that you listened to. Whitney Rose pressured Adam before he could get a...
This is the first time that I'm hearing that.
That's a lot of vocal fry. That was hard to listen to. Vocal fry is a choice.
What is vocal fry?
That, like if this is how I talk, and some people choose to have that fry sound in their voice. It was made famous by the Kardashians. Like, she does that. A lot of people will do it at the end of their words, but Dana does it the whole time. I get cringe with vocal fry.
Oh, okay. Vocal
So
fry.
now you're going to be listening for vocal fry, and you're going to hear people use vocal fry, and you're going to be like, oh my God, they're using vocal fry. That's so annoying.
Well, the thing is going back to what is being accused of in
Yes.
this conversation. It's the simple fact that it was made to look like I said that Lisa Barlow was the one who gave the information, which I did not say that Lisa Barlow definitively gave the information. I've said this, you guys, multiple times. And even on my own channel, I said, when talking to Whitney said to me that she believes that Lisa has ran these other accounts. She believes blah, 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 blah. And then I said, okay, well, if you think so, then yeah, it's LB, it's Lisa Barlow.
Mm-hmm.
Only to come to find out once I talked to Dana said it was not. So then I told Whitney, I'm so sorry. Like, I can't get you the information that you need. I'm so sorry that you jumped the gun and you decided to film these scenes accusing Lisa Barlow of the things without having the proof and the facts. And I'm sorry if you're made to look like a fool, you know? Because that's not what I didn't subscribe to that. I didn't tell you to go do that.
She jumped to a conclusion and she was wrong. And we as Bravo fans, I think a lot of us, was it last season or last season before, it looked like Meredith was behind some tomfoolery, and it ended up like she was clear. She didn't do anything wrong. And I think this is the thing. It's so much game of telephone on these shows. All the pigeons, as Uba would say, the carrier pigeons delivering messages all over the place. So many of these things, like none of this would have happened if people would have just gone straight to the source. Like if the whole thing would have just not been a thing, if Whitney would have just gone to Lisa and said, what exactly happened? Tell me everything you know and take that for what it is. Because is Lisa a liar? I don't know Lisa to be a liar. If Lisa says something to be true, I don't know why we wouldn't take it as truth.
So if Dana Wilkie, which by the way, guys, I'll say this too about Dana Wilkie. Dana Wilkie is a friend of mine, but Dana Wilkie does not give up sources. She won't. She will not give up a source.
Respect.
And that's actually, I respect that.
Yeah.
Look, it's easy to give up a source, and that's a really shitty thing to do if you have somebody who's trusting you with information.
Right.
But now she's saying that it was, in fact, one of the cast members and somebody who we would never believe. So then who do you think it could be?
Well, it is somebody who has an alcohol company, right? Or has some involvement with alcohol, maybe?
No, that wasn't the same conversation. That was about an Instagram.
Okay, so because that made it really confusing. If that's not a factor and it would be the person you're least thinking of, I would think the last person to be involved would be Queen Mary Cosby.
Yeah, I'm wondering, I bet you people are going to go with Mary Cosby, Heather Gay, or Meredith Marks.
I think Heather would be a very fair person to investigate, if we may. Or I don't think maybe Meredith would have done it. I mean, I don't know. I don't see Heather really doing it. I think Mary, if anybody, would do it only because she's kind of clueless to the aftermath it would cause. I think Heather and Meredith are very aware of their actions having reactions. Whereas Mary, and this is what I love about her, she just kind of shows up and lets things happen around her. And she's not maybe the self-producer, the person who's thinking about, hey, I'm going to do this in the eyes of making a reality show. I think Mary's just doing things as it comes to her. And I think it would be a harmless thing for Mary to do. No shade intended, but I would see her maybe doing that.
Well, see, and the thing is I wouldn't think it would be Bronwyn, Maylee Workman, or Brittany Bateman. I wouldn't think it would be Angie Katzenabis because Angie is friends with Whitney. It's not obviously going to be Whitney because it's Whitney's business. Lisa Barlow, she's saying it's not Lisa Barlow, and that leaves 3 key players, which would be Heather Gay, Meredith Marks, or Mary. Cosby.
I love a whodunit. This is so fun. Like, can I make a murder board?
I feel like we're playing a game of Clue. God damn it.
Next time you see me, I'm gonna have a board and red string. Like, this is happening. I'm really anxious to know. And again, you've explained this conversation. Trust me, I watch your show. I'm here having this conversation with you, but still, it just took me that to process that. And I knew it was two different conversations, but the person with the liquor brand is not the person who's related to the Alibaba story at all. That is so misleading. And that was a choice by production.
That was a choice by production, which I said, actually, you're the one who said it. You're the one who said that something could potentially be Franken edited. And that was when I learned what that term was. And I was talking to Monica about this, and I was sharing that term with her, and she was like, what? And I said, this is literally how it was edited. We had two separate conversations in the same phone call. And that's why I said to Bravo, I challenge you to release the entire phone call. Like, release it at the reunion. Do it.
Show me the receipts.
Show the receipts. Because right now, I'm trying to be as careful as possible because I got to figure out, and I told you guys last week that I would figure out exactly what I signed. I know that I signed a contract. It was a release form. I just don't know how much of the conversation I can talk about. But at the end of the day, the point is I did not say it was Lisa Barlow. And I'm not afraid of Lisa Barlow. And I'm not afraid of Lisa Barlow's 57 attorneys and all of the other shit because I didn't say anything about Lisa Barlow. But for Lisa Barlow, she had no problem last night, and we're going to jump all over the place, confronting the Whitney of it all. When Whitney brought this up and she said, you know what? I had verbal confirmation and I know it was you and I loved you, Lisa. And I don't know why you would do this to me. My thing here is Whitney Rose lied to me about it. She told me that she never sourced anything from Alibaba, that none of this was true, that she wasn't curating anything. That is what she told me on the phone. That was my verbal confirmation. So now, finding yourself in this situation where you are now accusing somebody and you're doubling down because this is the information that we were trying to find out, but then you're like stuck in this predicament. I just think that it's a very rookie Housewives move. No,
I agree. Let me just make sure I'm clear on something else. Are you saying that her jewelry is from Alibaba?
I'm saying that when I talked to her, and I asked her, she told me no. Then, obviously, the comparison and the stock photos and those images came out. And then there was something, and I'm not sure. I've never actually tried her jewelry. I don't have anything negative to say about her business. I think that anybody trying to do a business knows how hard it is to come up with a business and also operate said business. So I have nothing negative to say about her business, but I believe after all of this became knowledge or public knowledge that this was going to be spun into a storyline, I think that there was a carefully curated disclaimer that went onto the website saying that the pieces were also carefully curated from
XYZ without saying XYZ.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So I have a feeling I'm going to give Whitney some grace here. I wouldn't be surprised if they were sourcing things from Alibaba. In fact, if Prism sold jewelry from Alibaba, I personally do not believe that was with any intention from Whitney Rose. If that stuff got onto her radar and she looked at it and said it was beautiful and she wanted her name to be on it, I do not think she intentionally knew that it was from Alibaba and chose to mark it up 100 times, whatever the market, an inappropriate amount. I don't believe that was her intent. And I feel, if anything, if she did get her jewelry from Alibaba, I feel like she was bamboozled.
Okay.
I don't think she would intentionally do that. I don't think she would. Why would anybody in their right mind put their name on crap jewelry? Like, that's embarrassing. Why would she do that? It makes no sense.
It makes no sense. And let's move over really quick to the conversation that Whitney had with Meredith. And Whitney was telling Meredith that she knew for certain because she had a verbal confirmation. So this is where it gets better, you guys. This is where more of the shit comes out. I had a conversation with Meredith before Meredith ever even went here. Went and had this conversation with Whitney. Meredith knew that this conversation was coming. Not because Whitney told me that this conversation was coming, but Meredith was very privy to all of the information, like I said from day one when we talked about this, based off of the simple fact that I called Meredith about the Alibaba stuff, and she was like, there's no way that this is true. So when she was trying to, Whitney, find out if it was Lisa Barlow, I had random conversations with Meredith, and I was like, do you think it's Lisa Barlow? And she's like, Adam, I'm telling you, there's no way that it's Lisa Barlow. There's no way. And I said, no, I don't think so either. But I did hear that Lisa Barlow has potentially ran other accounts on Instagram, Fence does and stuff. And that could also be a lie because there are so many people who lie about these things. So you don't know what to believe. So Meredith was fully aware that the blame was going to go on Lisa Barlow, and she was not going to co-sign it because she didn't believe it was Lisa Barlow, rightfully so. And then when Whitney came in saying, I have verbal confirmation, this was way before that phone call was ever shot. Way before. The phone call, though, was put in to give continuity, right? So Meredith literally was like, oh, you're going to use Lisa Barlow. Okay, well, I hope for you that you know what you're doing and that it's the right thing to do. And Whitney was like, I know.
It was a major bless her heart moment. Like, you're going to do that, bless her heart.
It was like one of those, it reminded me of the way that Meredith was looking at Whitney. It reminded me of like when my dad used to always tell me back in the day, like, son, if I ask you a question 9 times out of 10, I know the answer before I ask you the question. So that's kind of what it gave me. Like, Whitney was like coming to drop this bomb on Meredith, and Meredith was like, oh, honey, I know exactly everything that is being said right now. And this was stupid on you.
Yeah, Whitney really, really took a leap with accusing Lisa. And if she is wrong, which if everyone is saying she's wrong and it wasn't Lisa, I'm going to believe everyone and say it wasn't Lisa. Whitney's going to have some splaining to do.
Well, but then my next question is like, if like when Lisa was getting so pissed off, some people were even saying, well, Lisa was so defensive, it had to be Lisa. Why was she so defensive? And I'm like, I also don't know if you can just call your attorney and be like you can sue anybody over anything, but can you just call and be like, I want to open a formal investigation with the LAPD, the NYPD, the Southern District of New York. I don't give a shit. Call Bermuda. I
need J. Edgar Hoover.
Call Puerto Rico, and Canada, and Albany, New York. Call them all. Like, I don't know if that's actually a thing that you can do, but if you're in a situation where somebody is completely like, you know, using something against you and you feel like it's defamatory, maybe you will be upset. And obviously you can tell in last night's episode that this was not Lisa Barlow's first time hearing about this, because even when Lisa Barlow and Whitney got into the argument and she walked away, she came back and she said, you know what? Actually, I'm not walking away from this like this. You were lying. You were lying, and let's talk about it really quick. So she knew that that was supposed to be the cap to continue into other episodes and continue the storyline. And she was over it at that point. And she's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm doing it right now. Let's do it now.
I love the reality of that. If it felt like it should happen now, don't do it for production's sake. Do it because this is reality TV. And this is what we as viewers have signed up for.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. That's very interesting. The more we talk about it, especially with the Finsta element to it, I don't think Meredith or Heather would ever set up a Finsta account after what happened with Monica and the way that affected them and how they have relationships and trust issues that they've talked about moving forward. I really don't think that either one of them, I would honestly be disappointed ethically if either one of them thought that was an appropriate thing to do after that happened to them.
Well, my thing too is, you know, there was another article that came out today or yesterday from realityt.com saying Heather Gay made a new claim about the black eye after saying Jen Shaw caused it. I'm not going to. Yeah, I can't sugarcoat this. I'm not going to be cookie cutter about it. I'm also like, I'm not even exercising the patience to be cookie cutter about it at this point.
I'm having a day.
But I'm not. But I am.
I
but I'm not.
promised Adam I'd keep him cute today, so we're gonna keep it cute.
Me and Chicken Nugget.
You and Chicken Nugget are keeping it cute.
No, I'm actually not. I'm having a great day, you guys. But what I did not necessarily, I guess, understand out of all of this, like with Heather Gay, and is she lying? Is she not? Is she this? Is she not? Now I don't believe anything that comes from Heather Gay. Jen Shaw gave me a very, like, if you could put a message and a flashing sign that had neon lights around it that was put out into the sky, like the Gotham, whatever from Batman. Like, if you could do that, Jen Shaw gave me that sign about Heather Gay. She told me, because when I told her that I love Heather Gay, I think Heather Gay is an incredible reality TV personality. I think that she's so relatable. She eats meat on a stick. She's like, oh, like this is me and I'm going to be this. And I don't know. And everybody loved that about her. But then once you start getting caught in the lies and then you accuse production and pretend like you don't know something in order to protect yourself, which is fine, but you should have been fired for it, especially after you blame production, because anybody else would have been fired for it. Then now I don't believe anything that you're selling. I don't believe Heather Gay for anything. I'm watching her this season. I see her being incredibly messy. I see her getting called out last night by Bronwyn. She's like, why are you getting in our relationships? Girl, you get in everybody's relationship.
Bronwyn ate. Like, literally, Bronwyn was the perfect addition to this cast. She, I think, handles these situations so well. She goes straight to the source. There's no carrier pigeon BS going on between the ladies. That's what I like to see. Bronwyn brought some levity to the episode and the Greek Mafia party, and it was definitely necessary.
Yeah. No, I agree. And by
Nobody
the way,
else in the cast is calling out these women like she is.
No, I love Bronwyn, and I think what she's doing is great. I even think that, Maylee again. Maylee, you look so pretty. You look so gorgeous, girl. And you really are. You're gorgeous. And like, she has this beautiful little family. But like, even when Heather walked away last night and she was like, that's what she always does. She walks away. But then they grazed over Maylee having like a comment in there. And I'm like, you did try.
She tried. And you know what? She's a friend. I
think
she's a good friend. She's there. She has a little bit of a presence. We don't need to know all the friends well, but I do like having somebody in the party scenes that is not a main player that I do know, and that does bring more to the story than just an extra person in the background.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like her role this year. I know it's not been a lot, but I like having her kind of in the background.
No, I like that. And also,
like you said, she is beautiful.
Yeah, she is beautiful. By the way, guys, I know that some people are wondering too. No, it's not going to be revealed by the end of the season who the person was who spoke to Dana Wilkie. I just found out this today that it was another cast member.
Wow.
When I heard it was another cast member, it was about Instagram accounts, not about what she also mentioned Instagram accounts. So I'm wondering, we're hearing very similar things. We did not talk about this. So if it's not revealed, Dana Wilkie, Bravo wanted her footage, you guys. Bravo wanted the answers from Dana Wilkie. Dana Wilkie said, you want the answers? Give me $3,000. It was $3,000 or $5,000. I don't know why Bravo didn't just pay her.
It's not a lot of money for something that's going to generate that much funds for them. Like, that's a really smart investment.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't just pay up and give her the money, because if they would have just paid up and given her the money, then they would have found out exactly who the real person is. And that cast said snowflake holders. Were you the center snowflake? Were you the chick on the right? Were you the one on the left? Do you run a Pentecostal church? Do you not run a Pentecostal church? I don't know. Do you have a beauty lab and laser? Have you faked a black eye? I don't know who you are. But the point is, Bravo, you fucked up, because if you would have just given the woman her $3,000, which I don't even know what she would have done with said $3,000, but I'm sure I could think of many things to do. I don't know why $3,000. I don't know if this number was pulled out of like just thin air. But in the grand scheme of NBC Universal, it's not that much money.
No. No, not for the amount of money that these shows bring in. That's insane.
I would have paid her.
Oh, I would have paid 5 times that amount for that footage if I was running a production company.
I would have given her 10 grand and I would have been like, let us know. I would have given her 10 grand before the finale and I would have planted the seed at the finale and I would have had it all blown up. I would have honestly taken Whitney and I would have, if I were production, and this is just me, but I'm not, but I would have found out, I would have paid Dana Wilkie, I would have gotten the information in the name of said player. If I were Whitney, I would have had, if I were production, I would have had Whitney apologize to Lisa Barlow at the finale and been like, at a dinner table, just like kind of what they did with Monica, and been like, Lisa, I'm so sorry because the whole time I was under the impression that it could have been you, when in all actuality, Heather,
It was
you want to share with the table? And like, I would have dropped that bomb. It would have been the best.
I would have brought a spotlight and like, as I was doing all the accusing, put them under the bright light. Oh, that would have been fun. That would have been fun. It
would have been so fun. And again, guys, I'm not accusing Heather of being the one. I don't know. It's either Heather, Meredith, Mary, Angie Katzenevas. There's 4 people.
I mean, technically, I don't, like you said, I don't think it would be Maylee because she's obviously friends with Whitney.
Yeah.
But then there is Brittany and Bronwyn, but why would they care to do any of that? Like,
they're too new for it.
Right. But I don't think their names should be instantly omitted. And if we're playing detective and I'm making a murder board, all names need to be on that list. And we will eliminate them. I will eliminate Maylee, but I'm investigating everybody. I want prints. I want hair samples. I need DNA.
Well, and see, this is the thing too. It's like, you got to look at who has the most in the game of this. Because if you're somebody who's going to plant a seed and you don't want anything to do with it, but you want to watch shit just blow up. Guys, I worked at TomTom for a long time. I used to do this in order to get people to go home so I could take over their tables.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my God, that's so crazy. Richardson, well, maybe tomorrow's a new day for you. What are you talking about? Well, he just said that tonight it's not your best night. Well, what should I do? Maybe just go home, and come back tomorrow and like have a conversation with him. But if you want, I'll take over your tables. Boom. Like easy master manipulation tactics over here. So all you have to do really in this situation is kind of figure out the person who allegedly spoke with Dana Wilkie. Was that person an upfront person who is also carrying out the storyline throughout the season? Or is that somebody who is very Giselle Bryant of it all and they play puppet master, they keep their hands clean, and they just watch like Mean Girls, Regina George, when the hall sets on fire and the girls are beating each other's asses? Which one?
Well, I can't wait to find out, but I think it's kind of bullshit because we're going to be left with a kind of nothing ending if there's no resolution, if we never find out who is the one who started this rumor. That's going to leave me as a viewer very disappointed. I like things to be wrapped up.
They still have a chance and they have not filmed the reunion. Bravo needs to pay Dana Wilkie.
They need that tape. And even if she keeps her source, they can still run the tape and disguise the voice, blur the face, whatever the case may be. But that evidence needs to be shared. If you're going to make an entire season about something, we need to have some closure.
And also, if you're going to make Patreons, and this is not a diss towards Dana, because I love you, Dana, but if you're going to make Patreons and you're going to continue talking about it, and it's going to be a topic of whatever, like a hot topic, especially when now I'm getting dragged down for it, which by choice, I was the one who was asked to do the phone call. I did the phone call. The phone call got edited. You know what? You live and you learn. Mm-hmm. You live and you learn. And I learned and I'm living. So with that, with the whole Dana Wilkie of it all, I feel as though if you're already talking about this and making it into multiple episodes, then you might as well come off the name. Otherwise, why are we talking about it?
Exactly. It's honestly really kind of dumb to keep talking about it if we're not going to get any answers. Like, Dana, show us the tape, sell the tape to Bravo, put it on Patreon, put it up on whatever site for the highest bidder to release. Get it released.
eBay. Go to eBay.
Put it on eBay. Put it on LimeWire. I'm going back 15 years.
All right. Well, Guys, if we have learned anything about Ashley from Taste of Reality, well, it's a few things. One, she likes to visit her mom multiple times a week. Two, she has a business partner named Amani. Three, she has a little Scottish terrier. And four, the woman loves a good daddy. And last night we kind of got that. Jared Osman, cue him in. Wait a minute. We got to talk about it. So last night we have Brittany, if you ask Ashley, Bateman. And she comes in with this very handsome guy. He was hot.
He's cute. He looks a lot like Seth Marks, I think.
I mean, he just looked like this very
He's attractive.
and he looked like he has money. And
Very
he looked
well
like he was
dressed.
very successful,
Yeah.
well put together, well groomed.
Yes.
Hot.
And Brittany is, first of all, obviously so lovely, always beautiful.
She looks
But
like a
girl,
disaster. Oh, go ahead.
Her face yesterday, girl, was beat. Her face looked perfect. She was delivering that face card like Tyra Banks style. Like that face, her makeup, she looked so beautiful. That's the prettiest I think she's ever looked. And can I just say, that's how you want to look when you're on a date with a hot guy and your old man comes in. You want to look that good.
Yeah.
That's what the goal is to look like. Like that was like a movie.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then she kind of dropped the ball when she went outside and started crying next to Mr. Man. I really feel bad for her. I really feel
He
that
won.
he wins every time.
He won in that. And I was like, if I were the guy, the other guy, the hot fake Seth Mark of it all, I would have walked the fuck out.
I would have walked back in and taken Heather home.
I would have. I
What's
literally
the
would have
thing,
been like,
dude?
I would have walked up to Heather with some meat on a stick and been like,
Not you reeling in Heather Gay with meat on a stick. That is hilarious and so shady.
that's not shady. That's
I
what
would
her
be
favorite
reeled
thing.
in with like complex carbohydrates for the record.
Honestly, if somebody came in and I was with my husband and I was hungry and somebody just like, I don't care if you attached it to a fishing line and you and threw it in front of me and you just like, I'm going to take the meat on the stick. I'm going to leave. Food is priority. I can't.
The weight of my heart is through my stomach. I am a firm believer in that.
Listen. So last night, Mary Cosby,
Gold.
you shady witch. When she goes up and she goes, "Hi, Jared," and then she goes, "Who's Aaron? Who's Aaron?" And like some people would need to curate that moment. Some people would totally fake it for the camera. Some people would try to make a moment. She genuinely did not know who that man was. And she just figured, she put two and two together. Here's annoying Brittany. Here's your annoying boyfriend that we're so sick of talking about. So Jared must be him. Hi, Jared. No, this is Aaron. Who the fuck is Aaron?
I loved it. And see, if Mary is behind the whole Alibaba thing, I think it's going to be one of those totally clueless moments where she was like, no, I just said something that I heard. And I bet she didn't think anything of it. Like she just drops those things and has no idea what she's happening. And I love that about her. I loved watching all the different ladies' responses to the Osman guy walking in. Why are they all the same person? How do every one of these men look the exact same to me? Like Seth and his friend Jared, and then the date guy were all like three. They were the same guy in three.
There was no
spots.
Seth there.
Oh, Seth wasn't there, but he looked like he was there because they all look like the same person.
You're like, that was Aaron. See, this is how confused you are.
They're all the same person. I need a lineup and I need to like literally circle like traits about them that make them different. Because
It's like if you go to OC and you see like the same blonde surfer dude. Like you just got to type.
Well, and that's just going to the OC in general. Everybody has blonde hair. Everybody has fake boobs. Everybody's 115 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
And I'm obsessed.
And so am I. So back to it. Jared Osman ends up showing up, you guys. And if you guys did not catch him, this was him last night. He's a good looking guy.
I love a daddy.
She's very infatuated with him. And honestly, to be fair, it's not because both guys were very handsome. And I'm sure that Jared Jared gives me Shep Rose vibes in the sense that I feel like he is an adult Peter Pan. He is a man who wants to play the field. He wants to date other women. And you want to know how or why I think this is because even last night when he looked at her and he said, listen, I didn't come here. If you want me to leave, I'll leave. Master manipulation tactic right there. Like, if you want me to leave, just say it. Do you want me to leave? And then from that point being like, just go in there and enjoy your date. You know, like, I don't want you to cry. Go enjoy your date. Don't worry about me. I'll be here. Master manipulation tactic number 2. Pretending like you don't give a shit about the man that she brought in. Oh, you're good. Especially for somebody, she is a spineless jellyfish with the hidden agenda. And her hidden agenda is the woman just wants to get married. And she wants to bag a catch. And the Osman man is a catch.
The husband.
He's not about to roll over for no Brittany Bateman. He's got you. You're got. You're secured. There's no work in this.
He knew the fact that he went in there with this grand gesture, knowing that that's exactly what she wanted. He knew exactly how to play her like a fiddle, and she got played. And that poor guy, that date of hers, was a casualty of this. And I hope he went home and got a hot piece.
I mean, or maybe he took Heather home.
And again, she would be said hot piece.
Yeah. And moving on over to Angie Katzenevas.
A queen.
Is
she growing on you at all?
Yes. And I saw We're Breaking the Rules pod ran with my clip saying that she's not going to be asked back. Guys, I was told that by somebody who is in production. But at the end of the day, could something change? Yeah, it's not over until the reunion. So something could change. But was I told that? Yeah. Do I need to be careful with saying things that I've been told? No, I don't. Why not? Let's just share it. Because if it comes true, it comes true. If it doesn't, then shame on me, Adam.
Yeah, you said we're wrong sometimes. We're not always going to be right. And sometimes we vet our sources, and sometimes they're not perfect.
This goes back to OC. I was not wrong because I didn't start the rumor, but I repeated the rumor. So then it made me guilty by association. It's like I saw a murder, but I didn't partake in it, but I'm guilty because I witnessed it.
And you didn't report it or whatever.
And I didn't report it, except this time I did report it, but it wasn't a murder. It was a potential firing. However,
it's a murder of a career as a housewife.
It could be.
Yeah.
Or it could not be. And who are we? Or who am I?
Who are we in the grand scheme? Bravo. We're not on Bravo's payroll.
Not on your payroll, Bravo. But for Angie Katzenevas, she ended up throwing her wild 25th anniversary. It was a Mafia Mob Wives style. What's so funny about that was, to me, at the end of Monica's last season, I was going to fly out to Salt Lake City to do an interview with her. I wanted to do a trailer. You guys know I love trailers, and I wanted to have all of the articles about Monica on the set. I wanted her to light them all on fire. I got permission from the set people, and I wanted to play Mob Wives, the Big Big Bang. So it was like the Big Big Bang, and she was walking, and I wanted her to do like a hair flip and turn around and like just give us some attitude. So I feel like I manifested this Mafia.
Did you plant the seed?
I planted the seed, but no, I didn't. But I did. I do enjoy a good theme, and
I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. Unlike Meredith Marks, I understood the joke, and I thought it was great.
I thought it was super. Meredith was not amused with the nasty.
That's okay. She doesn't have to get it.
She was not amused. You could tell. But Meredith kind of looked like she was there to watch something go down. Meredith showed up, and she was like, well, when you talk to her and whatever happens. But before we get to the Whitney talking to Lisa Barlow, the one thing that I thought was interesting was Bronwyn is definitely earning her snowflake, and she dropped a big bomb on Angie saying, by the way, Heather Gay ended up going over to Lisa Barlow and telling her that maybe you said she's a subpar mom because you're busy actually spending time with your daughter Electra while she's busy putting her son in front of video games. But anyways, I just wanted to make sure that you knew that. I felt like you should know that. But beautiful party.
Beautiful
party.
House.
Yeah, so I'll see you later. Bye. And Angie Katanavis has a conversation with Heather. And Heather gets really defensive and she's like, wow, Bronwyn, wow. How could you do this? And Bronwyn was like, haven't you done this to me the last 3 episodes? Yeah, you have. So, yeah, I did that. And this is what was said. Heather ends up getting pissed off and walking away. So I feel like as of right now, we're going to have to wait to see what plays out with Bronwyn and Heather. But the best part of last night was the Whitney, Rose, and Lisa Barlow of it all. Thoughts?
Oof. There's a lot going on in that friendship, or whatever we're going to call it.
That's it? That's what you got?
Well, specifically, I'm sorry. I'm just...
what can you really say?
What hasn't been said already? No, I don't know. I feel, again, another produced moment at the table, kind of over it. This party, like, didn't seem like a party at all. Like, where was the party? It was all just, like, different fires kind of everywhere going off. I didn't like the very end. I feel like Lisa's the one who started it, though. Lisa, after the problem with Whitney, she ended up going over to Whitney's husband and saying something like, your wife's a liar. And I'm like, don't involve the husbands. She should have just walked away. I really didn't like, because at that point, Justin is going to say something. She just approached you and called your wife a liar. And I don't think it's a good look for the husbands to get involved. But at the same time, he didn't go out of his way to get involved. She went out of her way to be shady. And I didn't particularly care for that. I think they're both on different pages. They both think different things. Whitney is convinced that this happened. Lisa swears it didn't happen. I kind of just feel like we're at an impasse until...
So is the person who actually made this all happen sitting in the room watching that all of this blame is being passed? Obviously they are.
They have to be. And that's kind of that's the part that kind of gets me. Who is okay with seeing somebody go down like that? It kind of goes back to the whole Jersey of it, like the fact that Jackie was able to watch Margaret take all that shit about taking the blame for all the things. And like, wow, you were able to sit back and watch that, Jackie. Like, that really says a lot that you were able to let Margaret take on all these things that you know she's not responsible for. Like, this person is allowing Lisa to take on all these things that Lisa is not responsible for. So I think that's kind of heavy.
Wow. Huh. Yeah.
Somebody's watching it knowing that Lisa didn't do it, and they're letting it happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless they didn't know and they're just clueless, and that's...
How could you not know that you're the one who reached out to the account, being Dana Wilkie, to share with her the Alibaba information?
Right. Unless you're just, I mean, yes, you would know. Unless you're, again, maybe I'm giving Mary too much credit at her being clueless. Unless you didn't know the damage you were doing. But how would you not know? Mary knows this game enough, even though she's not been involved in the reality so much, because she's always just kind of set herself apart so much from the drama. Maybe this is one of those, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this. I just feel like the Lisa and Whitney, I feel like we're at an impasse, and I'm just kind of like, what else is there to kind of say? We're just on two different things. She says she did it. She says she didn't. Where do we go from here?
Also, we're on season 5, and nothing against Whitney and Justin. I like Whitney and Justin, but Justin and Whitney pretending that Justin texting Jared Osman to come, that Brittany was there, like it was not going to be drama, and her being like, Justin doesn't know what he just did. I'm like...
And again, that smile, we don't know if that was edited from another scene and they just put Justin in that Cheshire cat, like wicked smile in there, or if that was his legitimate face, but it looked shady AF.
It looked
like
shady.
He knew exactly what he was doing. You know what? They're making a TV show. And you know what? It made for a great rest of episode.
I mean...
I love the episode. I thought it was so fun.
I thought it was a great episode.
I loved from the beginning with the posters, the invitations being like the mobster, the want ads. I love the Godfather music in the background. I just thought it was so fun.
I honestly, I really enjoyed it myself. I thought it was a great episode, and I can't wait to see next week. But for those of you guys who are right now in here with us, one, thank you to everybody for watching and listening. Two, don't forget to check out Blooming Face Pro 2.0. The link is in the description and in the comment section. And three, I'm so sorry, guys, but I have flights, not feelings, to catch over at the Charleston airport. I'm headed out to Salt Lake City. So I did post on my Instagram if you guys wanted to try to guess as to what I was doing. I doubt anybody's actually going to guess it. And yes, I am going for work, but we'll see what you come up with.
Ooh, I love a guessing game. This is fun.
No, I'm so sick of guessing. I feel like I've been guessing this whole freaking live. I've been guessing and I'm still guessing.
Well, it's true. We don't know we don't know who is spreading this rumor that is the basis of this entire season. And I feel as a viewer that I am a car like spinning my wheels in mud. If we don't get an answer to this and we're just going nowhere with this, I'm going to be very, very frustrated.
I actually think that now I really want to know so I can, and it's not even about me, and I don't need vindication because I didn't do anything, but I would really fucking love to know.
At this point, if they don't tell us, this is going to be a nothing burger of a season.
You heard that, Bravo. You guys heard that. So you better go and pay Dana Wilkie her bread now.
Give her her money. Give her her job back. There are wants that Dana has, and that's fine. Put her on a show. Give her one of those couch recap shows. She gets a lot of really good information. She puts it all on Patreon. People are paying her for it. So I think there's really something to be said for that.
Yeah, she's doing great. 100%. Well, Ashley, if they don't know, will you let them know?
I will let them know. I am one of the two people behind Taste of Reality. I work with Imani, who is amazing. She, you can find her a lot of times on the Instagram that you can see right here, taste_of_reality. We always have stories, lots of posts, boots on the ground. I'm actually going to be going next week to LA. I'm going to Burbank for the Twat-Thon?
Oh,
Fest?
yeah.
The Teddy Mellencamp, Tamara Judge. They have Cynthia Bailey going to be there. Marisol Fancy Pants herself is going to be there. So I am super, super excited about that. Imani's going to be Imani's going to be going to Giggly Squad. So, and I'm going to be in LA for Halloween. So, Adam, if you know of any fun parties or anybody or anywhere for me to go, I would love to go ahead and get to meet more of your friends because I loved the friend of yours I met when I was at Tom. Charlie's so cute and sweet, and Israel. I always want to say Isaac Israel, but it's Israel Isaac. Loved him, met his boyfriend, met Venus while we were there. So yeah, I'm going to be in LA and I love a party. So hit me up.
We love that. And guys, again, go to tasteofreality.com. Check that out as well. Also tasteof_reality, anywhere you get your social media. Now, with that, if you guys want to continue the guessing game, by all means, please. I would love to find out who you guys think it would be. Like I said, there's only 3 real people at this point that everyone's going to be guessing, and that would be Heather Gay, Angie Katzenabas, 4, Mary Cosby, and Meredith Mark. So I want to hear who you guys are thinking it is. Pop off in the comment section. Not subscribed, get subscribed. I'm posting TikToks, doing all of the things. I'm going to get off of here and go pack my bags. I am the worst. I'm the biggest procrastinator. I get nothing done before I leave. And then the last 5 minutes, I throw everything into a suitcase and I'm like, wee, here we go. So, bye, guys. Have a
great, wonderful, safe trip, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, Ashley. And I'll keep you posted. I'll call you.
Oh, I know you will.